Well, hello folks, welcome to episode number 106 of this Tennis Elbow Manager 2 Save. I am the Custard Prophet, and we are following the fortunes of Sean the Prawn Death, the Gibraltarian no-hoper who was a footballer, turns his attention to tennis, and now finds himself in the top 10 in tennis. He's 8th at the minute. We've dropped a little bit since that disappointing last few tournaments, particularly against Wimbledon. But we find ourselves here in Toronto in a Masters event. And you might think, well, why am I coming back? Because I normally come back for the semis if we get there. Well, actually, it's basically because what we've had before that. We've played 2 awesome games. We got a bye through the first round, and then we had one of the harder ties that we could have had, this 37th ranked Bulgarian. But when you actually look at him, he is really very good. I mean, mentally, and you did see this a little bit, that he was kind of spraying a few balls wide, but it was a hard old thing to get through. And then, to make matters worse, we drew then Alexander Zverev, who knocked us out in Wimbledon. So yeah, we had to do something there, and we have just beaten him. So we're into the quarterfinals. We have beaten our arch nemesis. I'm not sure if the other arch nemesis is here or if he's been knocked out already. He's not. So there's only 3 seeds left in, and if we knock out Hamilton, and it's kind of unlikely we will, but you know, he's one place above us. It's not out of the question. Then this draw is open as hell. Let's have a look at what he's like, though. Yes, he is very good. So we have never played him before, which is surprising. I thought we might have done. He's a good volleyer. Mentally, he's not maybe quite as good as we are. And actually, when you look at our rally stats, look at us. We spent maybe a month away from tennis, and what I was doing is to improve our rally stats, our serve stats, because I felt we were playing too much, and a lot of these things were just kind of being whittled away, and we weren't able to sort of get them back up. So what has happened is we've had 2 games that I don't think we'd have won a month ago, which we have won. So Hamilton, I think he's maybe a step too far, perhaps, because he is very good, but we have beaten better. We've beaten Lonnie, top seed Lonnie there. We have beaten him in the past. So if we can get our A game on, maybe there's a chance. Let's go and have a look. So we'll see what we do here. I mean, how do you deal with this? He looks like, I mean, his cold blood is at 75%. His consistency, which I think is what that's supposed to be, is at 79. His self-confidence is at 71. So I think if you can get him turned around, then he's going to start to make mistakes. But if he takes the lead, he's probably going to bulldoze through us. So it's probably the very start of the game is really very important. I mean, I don't know whether that's going to be true, but we will see. So we're going to start. We're going to, as always, because we can't volley, we take the net wheel down quite low. At the minute, we're fairly strong, either backhand or forehand, but we'll be a little bit more attacking, and we'll aim for those lines a little bit more. Let's try and put them under pressure right from the start. And we have taken a first game. You can see it's a much more straightforward game for him. And yeah, each of the points seems to be taking forever. I'm not entirely sure why. Right, here we go. I don't know what that was. Just kind of died. So it's 1-1, but he has got an advantage on our serve, and we have struggled more against him than he has against us in terms of service games. So oh, he's gone wide all that time, and he goes and puts it wide, so that's not quite what we want. I was kind of saying we don't want to be behind against him, and this is kind of what we've done. We've given him a lead and he is walking away with it, unfortunately, in this first set. So we've got work to do if we're going to get back into this. It's going to be hard, and I'm not quite sure what to do. I'll start like that. Oh, that is a lovely return, and yeah, that's the difference between us and some of the better players. Just trying to deal with the really strong cross-court shots from nowhere is, we seem to struggle there, but that's not bad. Ah, there we go. So it's not all over yet, and we've taken a point. Oh, bloody hell, that was very good. So, first serve hasn't been nearly good enough. It's been slower than his has. Winners, we're level, but he's forced a bunch of errors, and that seems to be the problem. Let's have a look, see if we can get anything more out of this. So he is winning pretty much every type of rally, so that doesn't help us at all. We're winning more points on our first serve than our second serve, as is he. Generally not doing as well. He's won every break point he's had. So let's just think about this for a second. We're going to, so what we've done is we've just chucked up the attacking will ever so slightly, the aim for line, and what I'm going to do is aim for his backhand. And I know it's not any worse, but it tends to be, you know, backhands tend to be not quite as good as forehands. I know it's probably a mistake to think like that. I'm also going to just knock the serve speed down, just try and get more first serves in, because we're winning more first serves, more points on first serve, and we'll up the return aggressiveness and see if that helps. It's basically an aggressive strategy, and well, it hasn't worked so far because we're down to an advantage. Oh, that was in. Didn't look it. Just yeah, we've got through it at least. I don't know why it's been quite slow today, the everything, but here we go. Oh, it's 2-2, but again, we are struggling on his serve. Just have to hold on, really, don't you? That's a nice return. He can't do much there. Here he goes with a big one. And Sean is trying his very best to keep him. Oh, unlucky. And there we go. We haven't looked like doing anything on his serve, to be perfectly honest. Well, we're on 3. It's not bad, is it? And there we go. We're 15-40 down. Yeah. and there's the volley. There's the volleying ability. So unfortunately, it is a loss in the quarterfinals, but I think we really showed what we can do with a little bit of training. I think he is one of the better players we will face, and I don't quite know what to do about that. I think depending on how good he is at the time, maybe that is going to be the defining factor. But looking through, who would we have faced? This lad, bloody hell. He's 25, but he looks awesome. Bloody hell, we've not played him. The top of that tree, we have beaten Lonnie before, so yeah, we find ourselves knocked out in the quarterfinal again, which isn't great, but it is what it is. So let's have a look when we're going to come back. So next week we're playing in Cincinnati, but I think a reasonable quarterfinal appearance, if we can do something similar in Cincinnati, that will be very, very good. If we get through to the quarterfinals or the later stages, of course I will be back to go through that, but perhaps we may well be coming back for the US Open, which is a little bit further on. Yeah, so it's a couple of weeks further on. Last time we got to the last 16. Let's see if we can do a little bit better next time. If you have enjoyed this, please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you are new. I'll see you next time. Thank you very much. Goodbye.